Coming, Mark.
Just fire away. My brother and I began our first company in the construction industry when we were teenagers.
Setting rebar, pouring concrete, setting steel.
We loved it. We were hooked. Being able to construct buildings, bridges, tunnels out of nothing, it was intoxicating. Yet over the decades, our frustration grew with this chaotic nature that we experienced every day within the industry.
The disorganization, the lack of connectivity.
We felt the world passing us by, and we watched transformation happen in front of our eyes within other industries. But in our industry in construction, it was analog process. Lost tools, late supplies, even later suppliers and subcontractors. The amount of times I heard, "We'll be there tomorrow," from subs, and they wanted to show up, but they were in the same boat as us. No ability to control their future, simply reacting to this chaos. We wanted change. We wanted to make more than just money. We wanted to make an impact.
That frustration, that pain we all experience in our industry caused us to start EquipmentShare in 2015. We started in rental and we built T3, and that is the connected ecosystem that fundamentally solves the problems that we had when we were in construction. Now, 10 years later, contractors are using it every day, and they are transforming their job sites. T3 is the heart of EquipmentShare. It's our proprietary operating system for the job site, a platform that connects assets, people, and materials in real time. By giving contractors unmatched visibility and control, T3 transforms how construction gets done. What started as a better way to manage a rental fleet has become the engine behind our growth. T3 first fueled our ability to deliver what we believe is the most reliable, transparent rental experience in the industry, period. And because it's embedded in every machine we deploy, it has enabled us to expand beyond rental into equipment sales, parts and service, building materials, site solutions, with emerging opportunities in robotics, automation, and insurance. In just 10 years, that combination of T3 technology and our national branch network has driven organic growth from a little over $1 million of annual revenue in 2015 to over $4 billion of annual revenue today. Our customers don't just see us as an equipment rental company. They see us as a job site solutions partner, helping them run safer, more efficient, and more profitable job sites. Each new offering embeds us deeper into the job site and expands the long-term growth potential of the platform. Construction has never needed a holistic platform more than it does today. As contractors, we know what it's like to lose half a day waiting on a part, chasing down a missing machine, or dealing with broken equipment. We are transforming how job sites run, bringing order, visibility, and efficiency to the chaos. Our platform pinpoints bottlenecks, enables predictive maintenance, and improves safety. These tools keep projects on track, on budget, and safe in an industry where every hour and every outcome matters.
Our growth is powered by a simple, repeatable flywheel. It starts with T3. By providing customers with enhanced visibility, uptime, efficiency, and safety, T3 creates demand for our equipment. Those customers then pull us into new markets where we open rental branches organically. To support those branches, we add fleet through a combination of traditional on-balance sheet funding and the OWN program, a capital-light model that allows us to scale quickly while keeping our balance sheet flexible. The results are clear: a 140% compound annual revenue growth rate since our founding, mature site rental segment adjusted EBITDA margins over 50%, and we are building the most connected and optimized fleet in the industry. Our site footprint today covers major metros and high-growth markets, with infill opportunities in existing markets and white space still in underpenetrated regions like the West Coast and Northeast, where our new site pipeline aligns with large-scale projects and national customer demand. While the industry has grown through acquisitions, bringing with them outdated fleets and overlapping branch locations, EquipmentShare's growth has been nearly 100% organic, giving us a fleet and a footprint designed around customer demand. T3 guides our organic expansion. Customers pull us into the new markets, and every branch is built from the ground up in strategically placed locations with the same fleet strategy, service model, and technology stack. Each site starts organically, scales quickly, and follows a repeatable playbook to profitability that we've run hundreds of times across the country. On average, new sites require about $2.5 million in startup costs, expensed through our P&L, and paid back by the second year of operations. Our sites over 2 years old average over 50% rental segment adjusted EBITDA margins, with our most mature sites producing margins in the mid-50s. Per site, our sites that have been open for at least 4 years generate an average of $16 million of rental segment revenue, deliver an average of $10 million of core EBITDA, and produce an average of $4 million of net operating profit after tax annually. That's a high teens return on invested capital and best in class. As additional products unlocked by the T3 platform mature, including service, parts, materials, SaaS, insurance, and fuel, they have the potential to expand site-level economics even further, increasing revenue per location and helping us to progress toward our long-term target of mid-20s return on invested capital per site. This disciplined, repeatable model has been executed at over 300 sites, consistently delivering best-in-class returns. With 75% of first-year revenue at new sites coming from existing customers, our goal of reaching 700 sites over the next 5 years is grounded in a demonstrated track record and strong customer pull-through. From less than 20 equipment classes in 2015, we now offer more than 2,400, with a total value of $8.1 billion in original equipment cost under management today.
But scale alone doesn't create advantage, data does. We capture more than 6.4 billion machine data points per day, spanning usage, engine health, fuel efficiency, maintenance cost, and downtime. All of this feeds into our proprietary total cost of ownership tool, which shows lifetime profitability and operating cost of every machine in our fleet. This data advantage, captured and analyzed through T3, gives us unmatched visibility into the reliability and performance of every class of equipment. These insights allow us to build a more profitable fleet mix and dynamically allocate assets across customers and end markets, getting the best performing machines to the job site when and where they're needed.
Our customers include some of the largest and most sophisticated builders in the world, with a strategic focus on non-residential, infrastructure, and industrial sectors. Contractors choose Equipment Share, not just for our fleet, but because we operate as an extension of their team. That's why we're already renting to over 90% of ENR's top 50 general contractors of 2025, and why retention is over 95% across national and regional accounts. For our rental customers who engage with the T3 platform at a medium and high level, we see that trust and loyalty translating to real growth and retention. In terms of rental spend, we saw a 127% net dollar retention for those customers, which represents just how embedded we are in their workflows and how T3 makes us a valued partner on the job site. Every customer benefits from T3. If you only rent from us, you still get world-class service and reliability because we run our business on T3. But we believe T3 engagement drives national account loyalty. National accounts make up over half of our rental revenue, and those that are highly engaged with T3, like managing access control, installing T3 trackers on their own fleet, analyzing performance, and running subcontractors through T3, spend 6 times more than national customers who only rent.
I've utilized nothing but Equipment Share.
I just hop on T3 and it's right there at my fingertips.
In other companies, it's not that easy. If I want to call something off, it's kind of a hassle. I have to text the rep, then they need the unit number, and then they need all this information. To me, it's just 2 clicks away. I can call the unit off. It's extremely simple.
None of those other companies give us as much information as Equipment Share does.
I can check how many hours the units are being used, where it's at, if it's got fuel or if it's coding for anything.
And having T3 and Equipment Share help me with telematics and utilization on my equipment. It helped me make sure that I'm not losing money with down machines.
The calls I'm getting from the service department are preventive maintenance. They've worked with me. Sometimes it's before start of the shift. I've had guys out here at 4 a.m. and that to me shows dependability for a company.
T3 helps us track utilization for the customers in our rental fleet.
It is literally a barcode that is put on the worker's hard hat. They come right up to the trailer, it's scanned, that instantly says this item is going to this person and this person works for this company, and we have all that data.
It takes less people to manage something that's automatically being alerted.
My sole vendor is Equipment Share, and that's just pretty much grown company-wide.
Our equipment rental expense was one of our biggest expenses other than material and labor. Now that we're with Equipment Share, we've halved that expense. I'm Katie Clymer. I'm president of Armored Roofing Company here in Wichita Falls, Texas. I can't sing Equipment Share's praises enough. It has helped me and our company so much. Previously with other companies, I had to call into their office and say, hey, I need to call this unit off on this day, or I'm ready to call it off now. Okay, we'll call that off. Then I may get a bill in the mail, or I may get a GC that calls me 2 weeks later and says, hey, your unit's still here. And so when we switched to Equipment Share with T3, which is Equipment Share's technology platform, I don't have to worry about that anymore. One of my guys can call me and say, hey, I'm done with this unit. I get on my phone, get on the app, schedule an off rent, and it's done. I get an email instantly that says, hey, your unit's been scheduled for off rent, or it's gonna be off rented. And then it's picked up. I can put in for a scheduled maintenance. You can track the movement, the location, everything like that. And I'm just like, that's amazing. So before I even send my guys out to the job, I can say, hey, you're gonna need to pick up some diesel. It's magic. It's absolute magic. I love it. I can pick the branch that I wanna rent from that's closest to my location, and then I can see what they have available. And I can rent from that branch. That, you don't get to do that with anybody else. Having that technology at my fingertips, it makes my life so much easier. When I already have enough things on my plate, it's a no-brainer. You have to use Equipment Share.
We are entering a construction supercycle, powered by more than $5 trillion of U.S. mega projects active or in the pipeline. Generational investments that will redefine industries and drive sustained equipment demand for years to come. Today, we are active on more than 80% of U.S. mega projects within our footprint. Contractors often invite us to set up on-site yards, a full Equipment Share rental and service operation right inside the job site. We are literally embedded on the project, managing equipment, fueling, tooling, consumables, and service alongside the contractor's team. And at that scale, even the most basic questions become critical. Who's using the machine? Is it out of fuel? Is the operator trained? Are they being productive? Without the right technology, those questions go unanswered. T3 changes that, giving customers real-time visibility across both their own fleets and rented equipment in one seamless platform.
I'm Bo Yarbrough, Central Division Operations Manager at Yates Construction. Right now, our division manages a multi-billion-dollar EV battery plant covering hundreds of acres with more than 500 workers on site at any given time, where Equipment Share is our sole source on-site partner. From my very first conversation with Equipment Share years ago, it was clear to me that they weren't just any other rental company. They were a true trade partner. And as we've come to know them as much now, a technology partner. Construction historically has a lot of guesswork and limited visibility, and with the shift to massive multi-billion-dollar, multi-year projects, solving inefficiencies isn't optional anymore. It's urgent. Equipment Share has been instrumental in bridging that gap. Now, nearly a decade of partnering with Equipment Share after consistent service and collaboration, we chose them as a sole source provider for this mega site. And nearly 1 year into the project, we couldn't be more confident in that decision. Equipment Share has 100% raised the bar with unmatched dedication of their team, a reliable fleet, and T3 Analytics as a platform that gives us real-time efficiency and control over our equipment. With T3, we not only improve utilization and productivity, but we also gain critical insights that help us run a safer job site. Safety is the #1 core value at Yates, and it's the top priority we have in common with EquipmentShare. As they've leaned in as a true safety partner, working side by side with us every day has been a total pleasure. The bottom line is this: at Yates, we're laser focused every day on being the best contractor in the construction business. And to do that, standing on our core values of safety, integrity, passion, and commitment. To be the best, we've got to work with the best trade partners. EquipmentShare hasn't just met our expectations, they've exceeded them.
Over the last 10 years, we have connected new parts of the job site, driven by the same goal of helping contractors build safer and more productively. The experience for a contractor like Yates might look like this. Subcontractors use keycards to badge into the secure site through an RFID-enabled turnstile. The site is additionally secured through AI-powered job site cameras and two-way vehicle dash cameras. They release notifications for risky behaviour, like improperly wearing PPE or driving without a seatbelt. To start their days, those subcontractors might pick up tools and supplies from an on-site mobile tool trailer, or they might stop by an automated vending machine using their keycard to rent or purchase supplies. Once equipped for the day, they might scan to start a UTV, use the Fleet app to locate the exact position of the equipment they're operating that day, and once arrived, enter their unique key code to access their machine. While most equipment you pass on job sites is accessible by a physical key widely available for under $20 online, EquipmentShare's machines are secured, cloud-connected keypads, reducing lost, stolen, and misused equipment. A quick look in T3 Fleet shows them full asset health, battery levels, mileage, fuel levels, and more. At the end of their shift, there's no worrying about fuel levels or maintenance. With T3 work orders, operators know service requests are digitized, automated, and predictive. Optimal fuel and service will be conducted before first shift, all powered by the T3 AI Service Assistant. On the surface, job sites powered by EquipmentShare may look like any other construction project. But behind the scenes, T3 is connecting every worker, every tool with every machine, turning chaos into control.
These capabilities have put EquipmentShare on some of the largest projects in the world, and our ability to serve them is directly tied to the differentiation of our technology, which is a vertically integrated sensor-to-server platform that connects hardware and web applications that we built from the ground up. We design and manufacture our own embedded hardware right here in the US. Our hardware is factory line installed at the equipment manufacturer, a significant improvement over industry standard, which is typically retrofitting acquired equipment with third-party devices. When an EquipmentShare branch opens, our equipment is already T3 connected. And with one of the largest in-house technology teams in the industry, that connectivity, which has consumed data from machines over 10 years, is unified into insights and creates immediate job site impact. As we continue to expand and connect more of the job site, T3 is built to be interoperable and extensible, which ultimately enables our customers to have a single system of record for their job.
Every rental customer receives access to T3. In the office or at the job site, customers have remote control over equipment access and real-time visibility into machine location, fuel levels, engine health, and service workflows through a seamless single interface. Our rental customers experience superior fleet availability with EquipmentShare. It's because of T3's real-time visibility into customer demand and uptime, allowing us to optimally load balance across our rental sites. Customers also choose us because our equipment works. That means reduced downtime driven by T3's predictive maintenance. EquipmentShare inherently offers better customer support. It's because of T3's digital twin that allows our branch employees to feel like they're walking the job site with customers, even when they're fully remote. And that's how T3 powers our flywheel. Increased productivity, transparency, and control drive customer demand and enhance our operational efficiency, logistics, and fleet management.
On the back end, T3 is purpose-built. This means that all equipment, regardless of manufacturer or ownership status, can be connected to the platform. T3's open system revolutionizes how we scale. About half our fleet is funded like the rest of the industry, with traditional on-balance sheet debt. The other half runs through the OWN program, a capital-light model that reduces capital intensity, expands our access to equipment, and keeps our balance sheet flexible while meeting customer demand. Here's how the OWN program works. We leverage our buying power to purchase new rental equipment from manufacturers at industry-leading prices. When that equipment is generating rental revenue in our fleet, we sell packages of equipment to third parties, family offices, high net worth individuals, and institutional investors. We then enter into asset management and revenue sharing agreements, typically 5 to 7 years, with these OWN program participants. When the equipment rents, participants receive a portion of the revenue generated from the equipment they own. Importantly, there are no utilization guarantees or minimum payments. Only when their OWN program equipment rents, that is when owners are paid. Equipment Share controls the equipment from the time it's purchased to the end of the agreement. To our customers, salespeople, and operators, OWN program machines are no different than those on our balance sheet. Every asset is managed and rented the same way. Through T3, OWN program participants can track the location, utilization, and service history of their equipment in real time. That transparency gives them the confidence in the collateral and cash flow it generates, making T3 the foundation that enables the OWN program. At the end of the OWN program term, Equipment Share has an option to purchase the equipment for the appraised value or to help the participant remarket the equipment. The OWN program is truly capital light, and this is not our equipment, but we do have the flexibility to buy the equipment and continue to monetize it even after the asset management agreement is over. This model allows Equipment Share to grow our fleet with substantially reduced capital intensity. 53% of the OEC of our equipment today is in the OWN program, and the remainder is funded on the balance sheet. What started with a few contractors who wanted to own equipment in our rental platform in 2015 has turned into a highly reputable, repeatable, and scalable program with over $4.2 billion of OEC under management in the program today. We have more OWN program demand than we can meet, and now have program participation from some of the deepest pockets of capital in the world. The strong pre-tax returns and access to depreciation for participants has driven down our cost of revenue sharing over time. And this demand has allowed us to scale the program and keep pace with the customer demand for our rental fleet. We expect the OWN program to be integral to reaching our midterm goal of 700 rental locations and $20 billion of OEC under management.
The power of the OWN program is simple. It gives us essentially the same lifetime cash flows as our balance sheet fleet, but without tying up the same capital, which drives enhanced returns. Whether we finance equipment on our balance sheet or place it in OWN, the cash flow economics are substantially the same. The only difference is in how that cost of capital appears on the financials. Owned assets flow through interest and depreciation, while OWN program revenue sharing payouts appear as variable lease expenses. That structure matters. We capture additional net operating profit after tax without additional invested capital. By pairing a more capital-efficient approach with best-in-class operations, we've driven mature site return on invested capital to 16.4%. This is what sets us apart. T3 enables the OWN program, turning fleet growth into a capital-light engine that expands our reach, deepens customer relationships, and delivers industry-leading returns on capital.
At Equipment Share, our proprietary T3 platform enables every contractor to operate more effective and efficient job sites. Over the past 3 years, our top-line growth has outpaced the industry, reflecting customer demand for equipment enabled by T3. And we have established a track record of consistently delivering strong earnings and operating performance using a very disciplined, methodical, organic site growth approach while maintaining net leverage and liquidity well within our targets. Through the first 3 quarters of this year, our nationwide footprint has grown to include 373 operating locations. By utilizing the OWN program as a capital-light fleet growth engine, combined with our relationships across a variety of manufacturers, we have scaled a substantial fleet of construction equipment under our management that we offer to customers across our network. from $3.9 billion in 2022 to $8.1 billion as of September 30, 2025. The additional operating sites and fleet of construction equipment powered by T3 have resulted in total revenue growing from $1.7 billion in 2022 to $3.8 billion in 2024, representing a compounded annual growth rate of 47%, and total revenue grew to $4.4 billion for the trailing 12 months ended September 30, 2025. Core EBITDA, which is one of the key measures that we use to evaluate our operating performance, increased from $592 million in 2022 to $1.1 billion in 2024, a 43% compounded annual growth rate, and was $1.3 billion for the trailing 12 months ended September 30, 2025. The growth of our total revenues and core EBITDA demonstrate that through the OWN program and enabled by T3, coupled with strong customer demand, we are winning in the market. We have also delivered profitability at scale, with our maturing sites contributing equipment rental segment-adjusted EBITDA margins greater than 50% since 2022. And we also produce significant positive cash flow. Currently, we are reinvesting cash generated from operations back into the business to meet customer demand. However, our discretionary free cash flow, which adds back our investment in opening up sites in new markets, grew from $331 million in 2022 to $479 million in 2024, and was $410 million for the trailing 12 months ended September 30th, 2025. This demonstrates our ability to generate substantial cash by moderating our growth. And this is all possible because our expansion has been and will continue to be discretionary and in response to customer demand. Over the past 3 years, we have remained very disciplined in the execution of our expansion strategy, keeping net leverage and liquidity well within the targets that we set for ourselves. As a result, we ended 2024 with $1.7 billion in liquidity, with cash on hand and availability under our existing credit facilities. Our liquidity was $1.2 billion at September 30, 2025. Consistent with our financial policy, we target to maintain net leverage at or below 3 turns and liquidity to be at least $500 million at all times. We manage the business based on customer demand and have executed our expansion strategy mindful of building the business while preserving a strong balance sheet, ensuring financial health and profitability, and being well positioned to respond to any changes in the macro environment in any business cycle. Our mature sites deliver a return on invested capital in the mid to high teens, and we have been profitable every year since 2020. As we continue to scale, we believe our mature site return on invested capital and profitability will also expand with additional product offerings and through further operating efficiencies.
Rental is our foundation.
With 342 branches,
we are on the job site, close to the customer, responsive to their needs and embedded in their workflows. Those customers increasingly demand a unified solution to manage the full complexity of their job site. EquipmentShare is building that solution, the first fully integrated tech-enabled platform that connects assets, people, and materials. And with that visibility, create a true system of record, driving better outcomes for our customers. We are 10 years in, and today feels like the beginning. Our success is measured by increasing the per labor output of a construction worker, and we're just scratching the surface.
The conditions that enable today's most successful technology platforms are present in construction. A massive underserved market, fragmented incumbents unable to modernize, and growing complexity that demands visibility, efficiency, and integration. With trillions of dollars invested in infrastructure, energy, and industrial projects over the coming decade, the opportunity has never been greater. The stakes for modern construction are high. But at EquipmentShare, the solution is simple.
The future of construction is smarter.
It's transparent.
It's connected.
It's EquipmentShare. We are building the future of construction.